New Year's resolutions are something we all have experience with, right? With all the best intentions, we aim to exercise more, eat healthier, get organised, and improve our finances. But what if there was a more meaningful, God-centred way to reach our goals while also living with intention throughout the whole year? A few years ago, I decided to switch things up and move away from the usual New Year's resolutions. Instead, I started focusing on one powerful word for the year. This word would guide and inspire me while I walk with God. Why, you might ask, just pick one word? Because words are really powerful. They can shape our thoughts, spark our imagination, and inspire our dreams. When you choose a word that captures what you want to do or feel in the coming year, it becomes a compass guiding you on your journey. You might find that this single word helps you achieve not just one goal, but many of the things you hope to accomplish throughout the year. An example of that out of my life was back in 2007. I picked the word purposeful as I sought guidance from God after recovering from an illness. By the end of that year, I had felt a strong calling to support breast cancer patients and survivors, using my experience as an ultramarathon runner to make a real difference in their lives. That led me then into 2008, and I embraced the word trust. I made a promise to trust God that year with His plans as I embarked on a journey to run 16,000 kilometres around Australia to spread hope and raise funds for breast cancer research. Just when I thought I was right on track to achieving that goal, I was trusting God with my purposeful journey, life threw me a curveball. Halfway through my run, at about the 10,000 kilometre mark, I tripped over my beloved dog and ended up breaking both my feet. So I still had to really dig deep and trust God, who I thought had guided me into running around this country to raise money, and yet here I was with 2 broken feet. In fact, the damage I'd done was so bad that the surgeon even said I might never run an ultramarathon again. So I really had to rely on that word because I had to trust God. I truly believed that with God's strength, we can tackle anything that comes our way. And believe it or not, against all odds, I got back on my feet literally and resumed my journey in 2010, choosing that year the word fearless. This word resonated with my experience of breaking my feet and having to trust in God. And I was thrilled to become the first woman to run around Australia. And along the way, I raised a whopping $250,000 and inspired so many amazing breast cancer patients and their families. As you can see from those examples, choosing that one word had led me into really focusing on really homing through the setbacks and the difficulties that I faced as I proceeded to do God's way through running around the country. This year, I'm excited to embrace the word cultivate. To me, it's about nurturing and growing in every part of my life, my faith, my relationships, my business, and even my personal growth. It's about being intentional, planting seeds of purpose, and trusting that God will take care of the rest. So you might ask, how do you find your one word for the year? Today I want to share the 7 simple steps I use to discover my word of the year. I hope these steps will help you uncover a word that resonates with your heart and aligns with God's plans for you. So grab a pen and some paper and let's dive in. Step 1, first and foremost, invite God in. No one knows your future better than the one who has already been there. God is our secure source of wisdom and guidance. Proverbs 2:6-9 reminds us, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth came knowledge and understanding. He guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones." Oh, I love that. He protects the way of his faithful ones. And so many times in my life, that is true. So when we start thinking about how we get to our word of the year, begin with prayer. Take some time to sit with God in quiet reflection. Ask for his guidance in revealing your focus word for the year. A simple prayer you may want to say to start is, Lord, help me to quiet my spirit and listen to you. Guide my heart and mind as I seek a word to focus on this year. Help me hear your voice and follow your path as I follow your lead. In Jesus' name, amen. Step 2 is to reflect. Take a moment to look back over the past year. Reflection can be such a wonderful tool to help us recognize what worked well, what didn't, and where we might feel led next. And the way you can reflect is by using these 5 friendly reflection questions to help guide you. So, question 1, what positives would you like to welcome more of into your life? Maybe you want to welcome more health or more courage, more peace, or more finances. Question 2, what would you like to let go of in your life? Could it be stress or let go of fear or that overwhelming feeling? I know for me, I'm really focusing on letting go of just working too much, being a people pleaser all the time. That's really something I've been working on for a long time with the Spirit of God. Question 3, what character traits would you love to nurture? How about compassion or more focus or more boldness? Question 4, how do you usually feel at the end of your day? Do you feel drained, fulfilled, or content? Question 5 to ask yourself is, how would you prefer to feel instead? Would you like to feel empowered, peaceful, or joyful? Take a little time to jot down your thoughts and don't forget to be honest, because that's the best process. This will help set a solid foundation for your word moving forward. So step 3 of our ways of how to find your word is visualize your perfect day. I love doing this because this helps you to visualize into the future the life you want to lead. So take a moment to close your eyes and picture your dream day in 2025. How does your morning kick off? Are you running around with kids but loving it, or are you just peacefully having a cup of coffee while reading the newspaper? Or are you answering emails? What's your perfect dream day? How does it start? What amazing things do you get done? So, you might be thinking of starting your business and getting all those things done, or you might be thinking of creating new things in your life or painting and getting those done. So what amazing things do you get done during your perfect day? How do you feel as the hours go by? Think about how you want to feel on your first perfect day and really envelop that and bring that feeling in as you visualize all these things for your perfect day. So I suggest that you spend a few minutes letting these ideas settle into your mind. And of course, always invite God into your thoughts to help guide your imagination and uncover any important themes or words that may pop up during your time visualizing your special day. Sometimes when we pause and ask for a little divine direction, He shares insights through gentle nudges and whispers. So enjoy your peaceful moment. Get dreaming big about your perfect day, and don't forget to write it down so you don't forget. Step 4, now is the time after you've done some visualization of your perfect day and you've reflected and you've thought about what you want to improve. Now's the time to create your list. And this is the fun part. Take about the next 5 to 10 minutes to really let your creativity flow and jot down any words that come to mind. Remember, don't hold back. If something pops into your head, just write it down, no matter how quirky or random they may seem. Once you've got your list ready, take a moment to step back and see what you've created. Are there any patterns or themes starting to show? Like you might have words of like joy, happiness, fulfillment, words that are created and lumped together. One of the things I do is just Google adjective words. You can write on Google adjective words starting with A or B or something that resonates you. So when you get your theme together, I would often then say, these words are similar. What do they start with and stuff? And then add or Get Word Hippo. Love Word Hippo. That will tell you other words associated with the word that you want to write. So get creative and enjoy the process. So step 5 is review and refine. Now it's time to take a closer look at your list. Go ahead and circle 3 to 5 words that really stand out to you. Then ask yourself, how do these words make you feel? Do they inspire you, make you a bit nervous, or empower you? Spend some time with those feelings. Take a moment to pray about them and see if God highlights a specific word He wants you to focus on this year. Remember, Psalms 119:105 says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Let God's light help guide your choice. Step 6, make your commitment. Take a moment to reflect on your words and the words you've circled and refined down. And then ask yourself an important question about these words. Am I genuinely interested in this word, or am I fully committed to it? When we're just interested in something, we might only test the waters of it. But when we're committed, we dive in wholeheartedly. Remember Proverbs 16:3, which says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." So take your time with this. There's no rush. Feel free to sit with your word for a day or two if you need to. Give yourself that space to really explore your feelings about that word and really pray and go deep with God and see for Him to give you guidance about that. You don't want to be just interested in your word. You want to be committed to it. Step 7, share your word. Your word is something special just for you, but sharing it can be really powerful too. When you let others in on your word, you open the door for them to cheer you on and help keep you motivated. Plus, sharing might spark imagination in someone else who's on their own journey. So go ahead, don't hold back. Tell a friend, a family member, or even drop it in the comments below. You never know who might be inspired by your inspiration. And there you have it, 7 easy steps to help you choose your word of the year with God at the center. Remember, your word isn't just about achieving personal goals. It's about living with intent, staying connected to God, and allowing Him to guide you throughout the year. So, what word are you feeling drawn to? I'd love to hear it in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any future content. Stay focused, stay faithful, and as always, stay blessed.